You might be thinking that they saved the best for last, but I actually wrote this speech this morning with cereal and milk that expired in March. So I'm going to stick to the script. Through the grapevine, I heard that if every senior speaks for 5 minutes, all the speeches combined will take an hour and a half. And you know, the math doesn't work out exactly like that, but they account for how long the junior girls talked and how long it takes Aaron Dennis to walk up here. So I'm going to do my best to keep it pretty short. When you talk about swimming, it means so many different things to different people. Some love it, some hate it. You know, most of us just kind of put up with it. And for the majority of us, we can agree that the training is awful, but it's the experiences and the people we meet along the way that make it all worth it. Looking back, swimming has taught me a lot over the years, but nothing too out of the ordinary that every other swimmer doesn't get, like hard work, discipline, sportsmanship, and what you can expect most women to look like at 5:30 in the morning. But something it really taught me is how fast time goes by. On my recruiting trip with Matthew Wilson and Chris Carpenter, I knew it was going to be a fun and special 4 years here at Missouri State. I knew this because the weather outside was perfect, and I'm pretty sure the Bears won the football game. So I was like, wow. It doesn't seem like that long ago. All the seniors were at the dorms having Gar's family dinners like Caleb talked about, and going to study hall and clocking probably more hours than we were really doing. But look at our GPA, so how can you argue? And now we're here saying our goodbyes and our thank yous. And moving on to my thank yous, first I have to thank Dave for giving me the opportunity to swim here and the level of maturity and focus that he brings to the program. I remember getting to Missouri State freshman year, and you were the assistant coach, and everyone was marveling at how mature you were for your age. Random fact for those who don't know, Dave is actually the same age as Lil Wayne and Beyonce. And judging by their life experiences, you can kind of really tell how mature Dave is compared to them. But for real, Dave, this past 4 years has been great. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. I wouldn't be the person I am today without you. Second, I'd like to thank Chelsea, assistant coach. Even though we never worked together too much, you kept the atmosphere in the pool light and positive. It was nice to know if I need a little chat, I could get out of the first 50, maybe 100 of warm-up and have a good conversation. You did a great job keeping everyone's mental health under control, and you always gave me the fastest splits when I was pacing, which was they were probably the correct splits. Next, I'd like to thank my main coach, Kyle. Being a collegiate sprinter is something that I've wanted to do since I was a kid, and you helped me reach goals that I've had since I became a Bear. Even though you may not have, I really enjoyed whenever we bumped heads and you would have to keep me in check and humbled. It matured me not only as a swimmer, but as a person. You created a positive, yet sometimes hostile environment for training hard and staying focused, getting ripped, and getting fast. Last, thank you to the coaches. Thank you to Coach B. You taught me how truly sore a person can get and how a beautifully calm morning can be ruined by whistle blows and the words start over. Which also taught me how truly mad I can get at someone. I'll always remember this past summer working out with you when Preston came in the weight room wearing nothing but a t-shirt and his boxers. And I couldn't tell if you were going to laugh or it was going to be the worst day of weights ever. There was actually like middle school girls in the basketball court playing volleyball, and we were really scared. You helped make some good memories here that we can't make in the pool because we're just staring at a black line half the time. Like the time Matt fell on broad jump and almost broke his back, and then jumped about 2 inches to make sure he didn't do it again. And maybe even in the same day when Brandon fell on the 38-yard line with a 40-yard dash. We're like, wow, we are swimmers. And maybe even in the same practice when Emily fell and we thought she tore her ACL, but it's actually just a cramp. We are swimmers. And also, this is all in the same week. The time Jerry almost fell down the entire plaster football field when we were doing stairs. If you need someone to, reenact that, Coach B or myself will be willing to do that. But all those things just happened in 1 week. Just some good memories this last year that can't be replaced. I want to say thank you to all my fellow seniors for making these years awesome. I'm looking forward to more, except for Max because he's leaving us. Special thank you to my roommates for putting up with all the messes I make and just kind of going with the flow sometimes. And the last of my thank yous, I'm not sure why I decided to not write this down, but thank you to my parents. I wouldn't be here today without you guys. And just a lot of good memories. Driving with my mom to and from practice. I slept half the time, but those are things you can't change. You can never take back. I look forward to still being around next year. I'm getting my master's in health administration. Shout out to Spring Group, holding it down, freestylers. Shout out to the Grassy Knoll gang. Shout out to the Goofy Freshmen. Shout out to my boys. And shout out to my bed for keeping me comfortable all these years.